Hello learners, welcome to this Drishti CUET undergraduate program and I am your mentor Shashank, welcoming you all in today's session. Learners, in today's session I will be discussing with you the topic that is planning in India, and this is from this particular topic. Last year in CUET UG 2024, almost 3 questions in general aptitude test, at that point of time it was known as GT general test, came from this particular topic and they all were very easy questions. So today in this crash course session I will be discussing with you the topic of planning in India, although very small session but yet very important for your examination. As I have told you ki almost 3 questions out of the, at that point of time it was 60 questions from mathematics, reasoning, GK and current affairs. So from GK and current affairs section, 3 questions were from a single chapter, that was planning in India. So first of all guys, in today's session I will be discussing with you the topic that is planning in India. So first of all guys, let's begin the session. First of all, what exactly is the planning? So first of all, before going towards the 5-year plans, now it is not now 5-year plans, they are being wiped out. So first of all guys, we will be discussing, before discussing the 5-year plans and all, first of all I will be discussing with you what exactly is the planning. So what exactly is the planning, first of all I will discuss with you, and then we will proceed towards the 5-year plans and all. Now first of all guys, what exactly is the planning? So planning is the optimum use of the minimum resources. So planning, what it is? So planning, it is an effective use, or effective use you can say optimum use of the minimum resources. So what exactly this means? If you utilize your existing resource properly and fully with a proper set of the guidelines, so that is called planning. So planning guys, it is a proper set of guideline, it is a proper set of guidelines which is did for resource optimization. So which is did for the resource optimization. So proper set of guideline, it is a proper set of guideline which is did for the resource optimization. Resource optimization, simply it means when you utilize fully the existing resources. So when you utilize the existing resources properly, so it simply means resource optimization means a proper utilization of the available resources. So proper utilization of the available resources to get maximum output. To get maximum output, this is called planning. So planning, what it is? Simple terms you can say that it is the optimum use of the minimum resources or effective use of the minimum resources. Now what I mean to say, it is a proper set of guideline that is did for the resource optimization. So it's a set of the guideline that you do for the resource optimization. Now what is resource optimization? It is proper utilization of available resources in order to gain the maximum output. So in order to gain the maximum output, proper utilization of the existing resources, that is called planning. Now guys, planning in India, when it started? So planning in India, that started in 1950. So that I am talking about post independence, that started in year 1950. This is post independence. And in 1950 guys, planning commission was established. Planning commission was established. So planning commission was established for the maximum use of the minimum resources. And why it was being necessary? So it was necessary for the growth and development of the nation. So planning was did for the growth and development of the nation. Reason was this guys, when the British government left India, at that point of time India was very much economically backward due to the continuous drain of the wealth from India and due to the continuous drain of the resources. That I mean to say कि when British government left India, it was economically. So due to continuous drain of wealth, India was continuous drain of wealth. India was economically weakened. India was economically weak. India was economically weak. Therefore, guys, planning was needed so that whatever the resource was available with us. So, the planning was needed. Reason was this कि whatever the resource was available with us, that we should do the maximum utilization of that available resource when the British government left us or when India became independent. And due to the continuous drain of the wealth and continuous depletion of the resources of India when it became an independent country, it was economically weakened, and now we have to make India economically empowered. Therefore, whatever the resources was available with us at that point of time, that should be utilized for the optimally, so that we should get the maximum benefit of that resource. I hope it is clear, guys. And the idea of the planning that we adopted from Soviet Union. So Soviet Union, that you can say erstwhile USSR. So erstwhile USSR. So it is said that the concept of 5-year plan that was adopted from USSR. So now we started making the 5-year plans for the growth and development of the country. So the concept of 5-year plan that was adopted from USSR. So the planning model that we adopted, that was 5-year plan. So at that point of time, the planning model adopted, that was 5-year plan. So the planning model that we adopted was a 5-year plan. So is that clear to all of you guys? Then do let me know. Is that clear to all of you guys? Then do let me know. So is that clear to all of you guys? That is about the introduction of planning. Now guys, we will discuss about the history of planning from where the question came in CUET UG examination 2024. So now guys, let's discuss the history of planning. So let's discuss the history of planning, and this was the topic from where 3 questions came last CUET general test. So at that point of time it was known as general test. Now it is known as general aptitude test. So now guys, let's discuss about the history of planning. First of all guys, if you will see the history of planning, so in 1934, the history goes back before independence. That means in 1934, the first attempt to initiate economic planning, the first attempt to start, initiate means to start, economic planning was did by M. Vishveshwaraya. M. Vishveshwaraya, guys, he was not an economist at all, he was a civil engineer. So M. Vishveshwaraya, he was from Mysore state and he was a civil engineer. So civil engineer he was, and he wrote the book that is Planned Economy for India. So he wrote a book, the name of the book was Planned Economy for India, and M. Vishveshwaraya was not an economist at all. So he was a civil engineer who has a sound knowledge of economics as well. So he wrote Planned Economy of India, and his birthday falls on 15th September. So his birthday falls on 15th September, and it is celebrated as National Engineers Day. So it is celebrated as Engineers Day in India. So it is celebrated as Engineers Day in India. So is that clear to all of you guys? What was the role of M. Vishwesvaraya? So he was a civil engineer. He was a civil engineer and his birthday is celebrated as 15 September, that is his birthday, and is celebrated as Engineers Day in India. Now guys, in 1938, National Planning Committee was formed. Now National Planning Committee was formed in Haripura. So that was being formed in Haripura session of INC. So this was being formed in Haripura session of INC. INC means Indian National Congress, and the president of this session was Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose was the president, and Haripura, guys, it is in Gujarat, so that is near Surat, Haripura. So in Haripura session of INC, it was decided that National Planning Committee will be formed, and the chairman of this National Planning Committee, will be Pandit J.L. Nehru. So Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru will be the chairman of this committee. And this National Planning Committee was formed for the optimization of the resources which was available during the time of British India. So this National Planning Committee was formed before independence, and the objective was to maximize the output, maximize the utilization of the available resources at that point of time in India. And this National Planning Committee, in 1950, it was converted into Planning Commission. So this National Planning Committee, my dear learners, after independence, that was in 1950, was converted into Planning Commission. It was converted into Planning Commission. So is that clear to all of you? And then Pandit Nehru became the chairman, because Planning Commission chairman was always the Prime Minister. So Pandit Nehru became the Prime Minister of India, first Prime Minister of India. So then it was Pandit Nehru became the chairman. So then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became the first chairman of Planning Commission. He became the first chairman of Planning Commission. Now guys, in 1944, Bombay Plan was introduced by group of 8 industrialists. So Bombay Plan was introduced by the group of 8 industrialists, and this was the capitalist plan. So this was a capitalist plan because it was being it is said that it was being promoted by 8 industrialists, and industrialists, they wanted to promote the industries in India, and their objective was to maximize the profit. So capitalist economy, they always believe in maximizing the profit. So first of all, when the Bombay Plan was being introduced, their objective was to maximize the profit. So their objective was to maximize the profit. Bombay Plan, that was being introduced by group of 8 republics, and since it was 8 industrialists. So these industrialists, what type of plan they will make? They will make a plan to maximize the profit of the industries. So that was a capitalist plan. Now guys, in 1944, same year, Gandhian plan was drafted by Shriman Narayan Agrawal. So Gandhian plan was drafted by Shriman Narayan Agrawal, and that emphasized on agriculture and cottage industry. So Gandhian plan, Mahatma Gandhi always believed in the rural development of rural areas. So you will find that in Mahatma Gandhi, his belief was, he has a strong belief that the maximum population of India resides in village. Maximum population of India, it resides in village, So if you want to develop the India, first of all you have to develop the village. So if you want to develop India, first of all you would have to develop the village. And now the main source of income in the village, that was agriculture and cottage industry. So the main source of income of village was agriculture and cottage industry. So the main source of income of the village was agriculture and cottage industry. So it always emphasized on agriculture and cottage industry. So the main emphasis was on agriculture and cottage industry, because these two industry can definitely these two industry can definitely change the condition of village in the of India. So these two industry can change the condition of village in India. Is that clear to all of you? Is that clear, guys? So in 1944, Bombay Gandhinian plan again came, and that was being given by Sriman Narayan Agrawal, and that focused on cottage industry plus agriculture, because agriculture at that point of time, and still it is the backbone of economy, and through agriculture you will provide raw materials for the industry, and through agriculture raw materials for industry will be provided. So through agriculture, raw material for the industry will be provided. So therefore, Gandhiji always believe in promoting the agriculture and cottage industry. So another use of agriculture was providing of the raw material to the industry. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now let's come to the next thing, next news, that is about 1945. Now guys, in 1945, People's Plan, and that was drafted by Manvendra Nath Roy. So this was being drafted by Manvendra Nath Roy, who was one of the founder members of the Communist Party of India. So he gave the greatest priority on agriculture. So he gave the greatest priority on agriculture, because agriculture is the backbone of economy. Because being agriculture is the backbone of economy, and it will provide raw materials for the industry plus employment to the people. So it will provide, not only it will promote the primary sector, it will promote not only the primary sector but also the secondary sector. So this agriculture not only promote primary sector but also secondary or industrial sector. Not only promote primary sector but also secondary or industrial sector. Now guys, in 1950, after India became independent, Sarvodaya plan, that was drafted by Jayaprakash Narayan. So Sarvodaya plan, that was drafted by Jayaprakash Narayan, and he was the person who gave the slogan of Sampurna Kranti, complete revolution. So Sarvodaya plan was drafted by Jayaprakash Narayan, and it highlighted on agriculture, small scale industry plus cottage industry. Sarvodaya means to develop the every section of society, to uplift the every section of society. So Sarvodaya plan, that was being drafted for the every section of society, and that emphasized on agriculture, small scale industry plus cottage industry. Now guys, other than this, on 15th March 1950, Planning Commission was established. So Planning Commission was introduced, and the ex officio chairman of Planning Commission was Prime Minister of India. Was the Prime Minister of India, and at that point of time, my dear learners, the Prime Minister of India, who he was, so that was Pandit Nehru. So it was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru who became the first ex officio chairman of Planning Commission, and now guys it was replaced in year 2024 by Niti Aayog. Now what happened, my dear learners, in this Planning Commission used to make 5-year plans. Used to make 5-year plan, and it was not a constitutional body. Not a constitutional body. It was created through executive order. So it was created through executive order. So it's an extra constitutional body, and that was created through the order of the government. So it's not a statutory body also. Statutory body is that body which is created by act of parliament. So do not think that it is not a constitutional body or it may be a statutory body. So statutory body, it is created by act of parliament. Created by an act of parliament. It is a statutory body, is a body which is created through an act of parliament. So it's not a constitutional body, it was a body created through executive order. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So Planning Commission that was being removed in year 2020, you can say 2014 when BJP government was formed. So it was removed in year 2014. Now guys, on 6th August 1952, National formation of National Development Council, and National Development Council used to finalize the 5-year plan. So used to finalize the 5-year plan, used to draft 5-year plan, that was being did by Planning Commission, and used to finalize, allocate the resources and all. So that was being did by National Development Council, that used to finalize the 5-year plans. Now guys, it is decided that in 2014, in August 2014, Planning Commission was ended. So in August 2014 guys, you will find that the Planning Commission was ended. So there was an end of Planning Commission. So finally guys, the BJP government decided that they will discontinue. So Planning Commission was ended. So you can write it as a ended or discontinued. Ended or discontinued. So Planning Commission was ended or discontinued in August 2014. So when the BJP government took the charge for the first time, so they discontinued the Planning Commission. They said that there is no need of Planning Commission. So we will create a new body. We will create a new body for that. So finally they discontinued or ended the Planning Commission in August 2014, and on 1st January 2015, Planning Commission was replaced by Niti Aayog. So in 2014, they decided that they will end Planning Commission. So in August 2014, what they did, they decided to end Planning Commission. But which body will replace Planning Commission, that was being disclosed on 1st January 2015, and that was being did by Niti Aayog. So finally, my dear learners, Niti Aayog that replaced Planning Commission, but the decision to replace Planning Commission that came in August 2014 itself, that the planning commission now will be discontinued and a new organization that will come, and this organization will formulate the plans for the growth and development of the nation. And then on 1st January 2015 it was declared that now planning commission will be replaced by Niti Aayog. So now the planning commission that will be replaced by Niti Aayog. So is that clear to all of you guys? Is that clear to all of you? Is that clear to all of you? And this Niti Aayog means National Institution for Transforming India. So now guys, this Niti Aayog will be replaced, planning commission was replaced by Niti Aayog, and it was Niti Aayog was created on 1st January 2015, but decision to scrap the plan, to discontinue the planning commission, that came in August 2014. Is that clear to all of you? I hope guys, is that clear to all of you? So this was about the history of planning in India. Now guys, as I have told you, the planning commission was discontinued and a new organization came in place of planning commission, since it was a body which was created through executive order. So it was easy for the government to pass a new executive order to discontinue the planning commission. So BJP government, they discontinued the planning commission and started a new body that is called Niti Aayog. Now guys, let's come to the Niti Aayog and we will discuss about the features of it. First of all guys, Niti Aayog, what does the full form of Niti means? So the full form of Niti, as I have told you, that is National Institution for Transforming India, and it replaced Planning Commission. So what it did, it replaced Planning Commission, and the nature of this body, it is also a body, it is also a body created by executive order. And also it is a body created by executive order, therefore it is not a statutory body. Statutory body is that body which is created by act of parliament or a constitutional body. So it is neither constitutional nor statutory body. So it is neither constitutional nor a statutory body that was being created by act of parliament, and it was established on 1st January 2015. So it was established on the 1st January 2015 and replaced planning commission. Now what type of body is a Niti Aayog? So basically guys, Niti Aayog, it is a think tank of Government of India. So first of all, the nature of the Niti Aayog is of a think tank. So what is a think tank? Think tank means when a group of people, when a group of people works together for the common objective. So when a group of people, they work for the common objective, this is called, for a common objective, this is called think tank. So it is a think tank of the Government of India, where the group of the people, they work for a common objective, and that common objective is the growth and development of Government of India. So the common objective is growth and development of the India. Now guys, it follows bottom up approach. where the funds are utilized at lower level, whereas planning commission that uses top-down approach. Top-down approach, where the funds were utilized at higher level. So now guys, the funds are allocated by government of India, it reaches to the higher level, so it will start coming trickling down and then it will reach to the villages or the lowest section of the society. So by that point of time the funds used to get vanished, but now it uses the bottom up approach. So the government of India, through their agencies and through their officials, they will provide the fund to the lower level, and from that it will start the growth and development of lower level. Finally that will end to the growth and development of India. For example, my dear learners, the funds are allocated to panchayat through the district magistrate and or any other government agency. Now that government agency and the district magistrate, that they will ensure the growth and development of village. Once the growth and development of village is ensured, then it will automatically trickle to the tehsil, then it will come to district to state, and state to the country. So funds will be provided to the lower level and then it will start going upwards, so that the growth and development can be ensured. And once you allocate the fund to the upward level and then it will start coming down, so you will find that very less fund will finally reach to the lowest section of the lowest section. For example guys, if you allocate fund for growth and development of the villages and you allocate the fund to the states, now guys what will happen ki the states, when they will start allocating the funds to the different district, due to the corruptional things and other things, you will find that the funds will get mismanaged. And once the funds will get mismanaged from the top, the mismanagement will start. Then when it will come to the district, then again, then to tehsil, then again, and finally a very less amount will reach to the villages for their growth and development. So you will find that there was misutilization of fund or misappropriation of funds that used to happen in the bottom up approach. Now in the top down approach, so there was misappropriation of fund that used to have on top down approach, but it is good in bottom up approach. So there is less, you can say, the mismanagement of funds that happens in the bottom up approach, but high chances of mismanagement of fund in top down approach. Therefore government now adopted bottom up approach for the growth and development. Now what type of plans that Niti Aayog makes? So Niti Aayog makes 3-year action plan. So 3-year action agenda, then 7 years medium term strategy, and 15 years vision document. So 3 years, 7 year, 15 year, 3 years action agenda, then 7 years medium term strategy, and 15 years vision document that is being developed, that is being made by the Niti Aayog. Now guys, let's discuss about the important officers. Important officers of Niti Aayog. First is the chairman. Chairman guys is an ex officio chairman, and the ex officio chairman of the planning of Niti Aayog is the Prime Minister of India. Then you have vice chairman. This is Mr. Suman Berry. Is the vice chairman, and he is a very noted economist. Noted economist. Then chief executive officer, CEO of Niti Aayog. Who he is? So the CEO of Niti Aayog is who? So it is Mr. BVR Subramaniam. So Mr. BVR Subramaniam is the CEO, that is the Chief Executive Officer of Niti Aayog. So is that clear to all of you guys, that who is the chairman, who is the CEO, and who is the vice chairman of Niti Aayog? Is that clear to all of you? Is that clear to all of you guys? Then do let me know. Is that clear to all of you guys? Okay. Now let's come to the next thing, that is about the types of planning. So now guys, let's come to the next topic, that is about the types of planning. So first of all guys, it is the types of planning, in which first of all we will discuss what is indicative planning. So what is indicative planning? So indicative planning, it is that plan where the center and the state, they draft their economic policies separately. So indicative planning is that planning where the center and states, they draft their economic plans separately. So center will draft the economic plan separately and the state will draft economic plan separately. So like USA, Germany, Italy, where you have the autonomy of the state, there you will find this indicative planning. Next is imperative planning. Imperative planning is that planning where the center and states both work together for the growth and development of the nation. So where the center and the state, they work together for growth and development of the country. Like in India, China, Russia, we have imperative planning. Indicative planning is that planning where you will find that there is a condition where the center and states, they both have got the autonomy, and the states, they have more autonomy than center. So states, they have more autonomy than center, that is called indicative planning. Then we have imperative planning. Next we have perspective planning. So perspective planning guys, it is under this plan, plans are made for a period of 15 to 20 years. So for the when plans are made for a period of 15 to 20 years, then you have the perspective planning, like you have in Britain and the countries where you have the monarchical system. So the countries where you have the monarchical system, that follows the perspective planning, where the planning is did for planning is did for almost 15 to 20 years. Is that clear? Is that clear to all of you? Now let's come to the next plan, that is called rolling plan. Rolling plan guys, it is that plan where the ongoing plan is stopped, or rolling means moving. So what happens guys in rolling plan, when the ongoing plan is stopped due to the non-achievement of target, and new plans is implemented. So when the ongoing plan, that means the ongoing plan is suspended due to non-achievement of the target and new plan is implemented, that is called rolling plan. And it was introduced by Janata Party government when they stopped the 5-year plan and started making annual plans. So Janata Party government, that started from 1977 till 80. So they stopped 5-year plan and started making annual plans. Next we have annual plans. Annual plan is that plan where the ongoing plan doesn't achieve the desired target due to emergency situation in the country, then the annual plans are drafted. So annual plans are drafted due to the emergency situation that happens in the country and due to which the plans are not being plans are not plans did not get their desired targets. Like in 1966 to 1969, you will find this annual plans were drafted. Other than this, in 1991-92, because of the emergency situation in India, you will find the plans were drafted. Is that clear to all of you? So in 1966, because of the second Indo-Pak war, that was in 1965. So that was an emergency situation. So that is due to the Indo-Pak war, this was being introduced. Is that clear to all of you? Now let's come to the next thing. Now let's come to the 5-year plans, guys. First of all, let's come to the 5-year plan. Now, first 5-year plan that started in 1951 till 1956. First 5-year plan that was based on Harrod-Domer model. So 1951 to 1956, that was first 5-year plan. High priority on agriculture because agriculture was the backbone of economy, plus increase in the national income. So the government tried to increase the national income of India. Now the desired targeted rate was 2%, 2.1%, but it achieved 3.6%, and national income was also increased by 18%. So that plan became successful. So that was based on Harrod-Domer model. Now, first of all, guys, you promote agriculture because agriculture provides the employment as well, plus it will provide the raw materials for the industry. So second priority will be on industry because now the need of the raw material will be fulfilled. So the second 5-year plan that started from 1956 to 61, that was on Nehru-Mahalanobis model. So Nehru-Mahalanobis, that is P.C. Mahalanobis, father of Indian Statistical, one of the founder members of Indian Statistical Institute, and his birthday is celebrated as National Statistics Day. Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis. Now, the focus was on rapid industrialization plus adoption of mixed economy. This is very important. This is being asked in the examination that in which 5-year plan government of India adopted mixed economy. So that was in second 5-year plan. It was partially successful, guys, because it achieved the success rate of 4.1%, but desired target was 4.5. Other than this, guys, the steel plants in Durgapur, that is in West Bengal, 𝗕lie, Chhattisgarh, Rourkela, Odisha, the steel plants were established. So Durgapur, 𝗕lie, Rourkela steel plants were established. Next is third 5-year plan that started from 1961 to 1966, and this is also known as 𝗕cie𝘂𝗿𝘀𝗧 plan. And agriculture plus industry, they were on top priority, and Indian economy was to get enter in the takeoff stage. Takeoff stage, guys, because they wanted to jump. So takeoff stage means when the economy was about to climb high, Now the target growth rate was 5.6, but it achieved only 2.6. Reason was this: Indo-China War in 1962, when emergency was declared, plus Indo-Pakistan War in 1965, the third 5-year plan that did not achieve the desired targets. Now, guys, what happened? The fourth 5-year plan that started from 1969 to 1974. Now, guys, what happened between 1966 to 1969? During 1966 to 69, annual plans were introduced. Reason was this because of the emergency situation that started in year because of the emergency because of the annual plans that started from 1966 to 1969 because of the two wars, Indochina, in which India was defeated, 1962, Indo-Pak war, that is in 1965. So two wars within 3 years. Two wars within 3 years, and at that point of time, Indian economy was about to enter in the takeoff stage. Therefore, you will find that the growth happened, the growth was shattered. The resources that was mobilized for the resources that was mobilized for not for the war condition, not for the development of nation. So finally, these 3 years we introduced annual plan, and economists they said that this is all known as plan holiday. So we started annual plans, and economists termed this event as a plan holiday. So economists termed this event as a plan holiday. Now guys, the fourth 5-year plan came in 1966, went up to 1974. Now growth with justice was the main objective, and introduction of the green revolution. Introduction of green revolution, that was did in fourth 5-year plan. Target growth rate was 5.7, but it achieved only 3.3. Now why this thing happened? Because of the poor climate condition. And in 1971 guys, you will find Indo-Bangladesh war. So in 1971, Indo-Pak war, and that was formation of Bangladesh. So what happened, my dear learners, when the Pakistan initiated war against the East Pakistan, that was called Bangladesh now. So many refugees from the East Pakistan, they entered India, and due to which the population on India was increased and the resources were limited, plus due to the poor climatic condition, there was condition of crop failure. Therefore, my dear learners, the target growth rate was 5.7, but it achieved only 3.3, so that was a failure. So, fourth 5-year plan failed because of the poor climate condition plus arrival of the Bangladeshi refugees. At that point of time, that was called East Pakistan, and at that point of time, Prime Minister Mrs. Gandhi was there, in fact. Now guys, next 5-year plan, that is called fifth 5-year plan, that started from 1974 till 1978. Now, what was the objective? That was eradication of poverty, and the slogan was given Garibi Hatao. Garibi Hatao, and self-reliance was there. Now, this plan was about to end in 1979. That was 5-year plan. But what happened by in 1978, Janata Party government came and they terminated this plan. So growth rate was 4.4, but it achieved 4.8. So growth rate was 4.4, but it achieved 4.8. So the desired rate was 4.4 and it achieved 4.8. Now, what happened ki Janata Party government, when they came under the prime ministership of Morarji Bhai Desai, they started rolling plan. They started rolling plan from 1978 to 80, and it was an annual plan that was initiated by Janata Party government, because Janata Party government has a different vision. They said that the 5-year plans is of no use, it takes time. So, and sometimes what happens due to the 5-year plan, sometimes these 5-year plans get failed and they do not meet the desired targets. So we should discontinue this 5-year plan and we should start annual plans, so that if the plan does not meet the desired target, we can change it. Other than this guys, next came sixth 5-year plan that started from 1980 to 85. Removal of the poverty and strengthening of the infrastructure was the main objective. The target growth rate was 5.2, but it achieved 5.4. Again, Congress government came back with Indira Gandhi. Now in 1984, Indira Gandhi was being assassinated. Now next we have seventh 5-year plan that started from 1985 to 1990. So that was the objective, was raise the employment and raise the productivity. And the target growth rate was 5%, but it achieved 6%. And Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, that was being launched to provide the employment opportunity. Now guys, what happened in 1990, due to the serious economic conditions, we were not able to introduce the 5-year plan. So due to the serious economic conditions, we were not able to introduce 5-year plan. So what we did, we started making annual plans. So due to the fast change in the political situation in the center, and during this time period there was assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. Also we have a very tense relation with Sri Lanka. That other than this, we will find that the economic situation of India was pretty bad, and then Rao Manmohan model came that helped to eradicate the poverty. So finally from 1990 to 1992 we started making annual plans. So planning did not stop, but we made annual plans. Next is 8th 5-year plan that started from 1992 to 97. This is also known as Rao Manmohan model. Rao was PV Narasimha Rao, Manmohan was Dr. Manmohan Singh. Both were, Rao was the Prime Minister of India and Finance Minister was Dr. Manmohan Singh, who later became the Prime Minister of India as well. So LPG model was introduced. So liberalization, privatization and globalization. Liberalization means now we have to go from licensing to delicensing. That means for every industry, for maximum industry at that point of time, licensing was required. So without license or without permit, you cannot start industry. Now what happened guys, when delicensing was did, so for not for every type of industry license was required. For some big industries license was required. Other than this, privatization, that means inviting the private players in the market, and globalization means connecting the Indian economy to the world economy. So that was LPG model was introduced, and the target growth rate was 5.6%, but it achieved 6.8%, and agriculture and industrial growth increased. Next was 9th 5-year plan that started from 1997 to 2002. So growth with social justice and equality was the objective. Empowerment of women and SC and ST was in the agenda. Now what happened guys, due to the global slowdown in 1999, so the target growth rate was 6.5, but it achieved only 5.4. So you can say it was not completely successful. So it was bit partially successful. Next we have 10th 5-year plan that starts from 2002 to 2007. Improve governance was in the objective. Agriculture was the main element, and food for work. Kaam ke badle anaj. Now the target growth rate was 8%, but it achieved only 7.6%. So that was not a complete thing. So on 0.4% that failed. So you can say it was a partially successful. Next we have 11th 5-year plan, that employment generation, reduction in the gender inequality plus inclusive growth. They were the major objective. Target growth rate was 9%, but it achieved only 7.9. So almost from 1.1% that it lost. So 1.1% was the thing. Next we have 12th 5-year plan that started from 2012 to 2017. So faster, sustainable and more inclusive growth. GDP growth was decided 8%, agriculture growth was 4%, and industrial growth was 10%. So that was the growth that was on target. So after 12th 5-year plan guys, the 5-year plan stopped. Reason was this, now Niti Aayog came in 2015. So Niti Aayog once came in 2015. So finally this 5-year plan was stopped. So guys, the last 5-year plan that was there was 12th 5-year plan that started from 2012. Therefore it has to get completed by 2017, after which no 5-year plan was being made. So this was about the topic of planning in India. Now guys, as I have told you, the question generally comes from this particular topic in general aptitude test, and last year 3 questions out of in general aptitude test out of 60 that came from this particular topic only. So at that point of time last year, the number of questions in general aptitude test was 60, out of which you have to solve any 50, but this year it is all 50 questions and all will be compulsory. So from this particular topic you will definitely find the question in your CUET UG general aptitude test. So guys, this was about the planning in India topic. So we will be meeting for the next topic in the next session.